Welcome, welcome, everybody. It's Journal Pals Day. Oh my goodness, we got so many things going on. I almost forgot. Oh my goodness, those guys heard me talk, and now they think that somebody must be here, and that's what's going on. But no, they just probably are going to come out here and think I'm talking to myself, right? That's okay. So I hope when you come on, I tell you what, Cynthia was just before me, and we've got a full day of all kinds of fun. You guys, I'm going to shut this door. Oh, it is, they're that loud, and the door is already shut. Oh my goodness. What can you say? What can you say? I tell you, when you got animals, it's their place too, right? And I hate to discourage them from the dogs from barking, honestly. Because, if somebody comes up, you kind of want to know, right? I do anyway. I want to know that they're there. So I'm just going to do a little bit of housekeeping here and pop myself into another couple of places real quick. And it's super fast here on my phone. When you come on, let me know you're here. Hi, Mary. I see Mary's here already. Let's see. Okay, all right, that should do it. Let's see. I didn't even put myself in one of my other places. I've been having the goofiest thing going on lately with my phone when I try to do things. Sometimes as I'm trying to type something, the thing just comes up in the way, and then I can't even see a place to type. I don't know what's up with that, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I want to be able to see. Okay, hang on 1 second. All right. Oh, that was kind of up close and personal, wasn't it? Hey, there's Karen. And let's see, who else have we got here? We got our peeps popping in. So Cynthia is finished up now, and so we should be seeing people. Hey, Molly, how are you? Linda? Everybody's popping in. So, you can always tell when the one person before you is finished, and then everybody starts popping in, because then everybody starts rolling in. So, the person finished, and now people are refreshing their screens to watch, right? Oh my goodness, I'm trying to see another place for my comments. What in the world? It's doing something weird. There we go. All the weirdness. I tell you what, you guys, I don't know how this, I'm going to be honest, I don't know how this is going to go today. It's been crazy around here. I first got up this morning and my phone alerted me that I had a doctor appointment, which I forgot about. I'm like, oh no. So, and now I see I have forgotten to do something else here. We're just gonna go with it, people. What else can you do, right? Hey, Estella. Let's see who else has popped in here. Patty. Hey, Jimmy Lou. How are ya? Oh, thank you for having me in the event today. Always a pleasure to be here and hang out with all of our junk journal friends, right? Okay, you guys, without further ado, let's move down to the desk and get busy. Okay, like I said, I don't know exactly how this is going to go. So, but I tell you what, I am really, I'm one of those people, I knew what the fabric looked like. I didn't open the piece up from Jimmy Lou until yesterday. And here's the deal. So Jimmy Lou sends everybody a piece of the fabric, and everybody gets the same piece, and then whatever we do with it for our, how we use it for our covers and what kind of journal we make and all of that, that's just up to each individual. So I take mine out, and I see I've got a place here that this little fabric must have really had a hard life, and it's completely gone. And so I thought, well, I could turn it this way and just do a teeny tiny book and have this. And I almost cut it last night, and then when I got up this morning, I thought I was so glad that I didn't do that, because you know what, we're creative people and we ought to be able to handle that. And you know me, I'm always fixing stuff anyway. I've got some things for my journal here, and I can see now I completely forgot some other stuff I wanted. But hey, that's going to be okay, because the kind of journal spine I'm going to do today, it's going to be made to where we can, if we want to, we can put other things in it. And if we don't want to, that's fine too. All right, what I'm going to start with, I'm not going to start with the backing here. I'm going to start with my liners. And that's oh, I got all, oh my goodness, you guys. I forgot all this stuff was laying here. I just barely got people out the door. I had somebody, my oldest granddaughter showed up, and she was leaving her dog. Her little boy made it in 3 events to the state finals for, you know, like not through school, but like community events, or, you know, groups like that. I don't know exactly how everybody else does theirs. But here in our city, we have a group, and the kids do track and the football and all that kind of stuff. And so they, you know, they have the track meets and stuff. And so he made it to the state finals in 3 events. I already said that. Oh my goodness. I can tell my brain is just on overdrive here, trying to figure out what in the world I'm doing. I'm going to glue these 2 pieces of paper together, because I don't, oh shoot. Wait, is 1 piece enough? Let me see, you guys. Well, my other thing is only, no. Wait a second. Is this gonna even work for my cover? Have I miscalculated this? Why, yes, I have. Totally. I totally have these pieces too long. Okay, let me rethink this. I need to cut these pieces. Well, boy, you really are getting to see it from scratch, you guys. Oh, that makes me so irritated. Okay, well, I am super sorry. But I guess I would like for my, I would like to have my little you guys, hang on. I got to get a thing so I can run a rotary cutter down the side here. This is going to be a lot safer to use than that. Well, I am sorry, you guys. How many of you have ever had a perfect thing happen when you went to do something? Or how many of you feel like every time you do something, it's something crazy? I feel like that. That's how I feel every time. Okay, I'm just going to take off. Where's the rotary cutter? Here it is. And this one actually is not too bad for using for stuff like this, because it's had a life of its own. And it's okay. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I'll just do 5, you guys. 5 inches. I'll have to have enough. And the funny thing is, I had already decided that I was going to just not even wrap the cover around the edge, because I wanted to leave it so that I could do like a blanket stitch all the way around. So that part will be okay. I just need to take off a little bit here and make this work. This is not how I have a big cutter that I use to cut this chipboard, and this is only medium weight chipboard. And if it was in here in this room, I'd be using it now. Oh, you guys. Oh. We're gonna make it happen. Okay, I'm just gonna cut this now. Got that, and we're not going to see any of this. It's going to be all covered up and hidden anyway. So as long as I've got straight edges, it's going to be fine. Now we got kind of a funny, I made it taller at the top on purpose, but that's going to be funny. Funny looking. Gosh. Up after me is going to be Miss Carrie King Hall from Hanging with Mama Hall. I need to push this up. Okay. Try to push it down here harder. Get it done. Haha! All right. Let's see if that is gonna fit now. Okay, so hands up if you've ever had a perfect project. I'm still wondering. Okay. So let's get this back out here, and I hope that's enough. Well, it looks like it's a little bit wider this way. Okay, this will be good because I wanted it to extend a little bit over that, like that, and just have, you know, give it some fun right there. Okay, let's wrap these, and once we get these wrapped, maybe we can get that done. You know what? Yeah, so we're busy getting everybody out the door to get down. It's about a 3-hour trip down there. The first event is going to be this evening. My daughter just got back from her trip. Now I don't want to use that because now that part's messed up. Let's flip it around. Let's make this the side. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're cooking now, people. We got it going on now. Why can't I see anything? Relax and don't stress. Thank you, Patty. Hi, Ruth. How are you doing? Okay. Careful not to... I know. I almost got that paper glued together, didn't I? I almost did. That would have been just par for the course. Gosh. So just get it on here. I don't know. I almost wish I'd have flipped this one around because now that other glue has dried and it's not going to be real pretty there. Okay, so let's get... I tell you what. Oh, I just ran it across the... You guys, what a day. What a day. About 5 million things going on here. Oh my goodness. Let's wipe that glue off. I cannot believe that. I can. Oh my god. You know, if it starts to go wrong, it's just it's like never ending all of a sudden. All right, let me see here. Okay, get in my little trusty bag of other tools. Make sure I get that off of there. This can really help you get some glue off. Now, the good thing is, you know, this is actually going to be, nobody's going to see that part because it's really going to be, you know, pretty much at the spine, right? That's what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to put that part at the spine. So, you know, I should have cut this off first. Oh my word, people. What in the world? Okay. I don't know. I'm probably going to be banished after this episode. Jimmy Lou is like, that girl has totally lost it. What in the world was she thinking? You know what? I can't even do this. I can't even figure that out right this minute. I'm going to have to just glue these things down so I can figure out what I'm doing. I give up on figure that. Sue, never a perfect project for her. Oh, thanks for sprinkling me out, you guys. Hey, Maritza. A 1.5 inch blank dice and decorating for floor. Pumpkins out of a 1.5 inch blank. Oh, I would love to see that. Liz, if nothing else, I'm sort of, comedy relief, I think, right? It's like we should retro. And then, you know what? Here's something else, you guys. Here's like these things just come to me, and it's like, when they come to me, part of the time it's too late. I've already got to move forward with the other deal. I wish I would have painted these. Because if I'm not going to do, I could have done, well, there's one piece I could still paint. And that's the one that's going to go over the top. And I just realized I didn't even cut it or bring it in here. Unbelievable. I am a mess today, girls. Just a crazy mess. So this is, this is kind of backwards in the way that we do it sometimes. Well, actually, I'm kind of doing it as if this were the cover, right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this all down and have it completely covered and then glue it into the fabric. And so then, because I'm not going to turn the edge of that quilt down over it. Oh, what I was going to tell you guys, though, is, I decided that I would leave that little boo-boo spot on that piece of quilt because, by the time you put a doily or something over it, who's going to know? And I like to use some doily things for these things. It just adds, another element of texture on it, and I just like doing it. Now, the reason I've got so much paper on the sides here, you guys, hey, this isn't a bad deal. I'll use that rotary cutter and trim it off. Hey, that's not a bad deal. But my plan is for this to be something that you would be able to, get back open and add other pages in if you wanted to. I should have looked about lining some of these lines up. If it had lines, it would have been a perfect thing, right? Okay. All right, let's get our trimmer. And this will be perfect to use this big quilting square thing. I tell you what, this is the one thing. I had one, I don't know what size the one I had originally was, but I had one and I thought it was so useful. And do you know, when Joann's started closing down and, and having things, supposedly on sale, this is it was a set. I got several pieces of these in several sizes, and that was the only thing that I think I bought during all of that when they were closing. And I thought, you know what? I would take some more of those in different sizes. They're great to have. I don't know why I'm trying to make that perfect. It's going to just bend over the edges. Look at that. Was that a great idea or what? Oh, Karen. Ugh. I am sorry to hear that. I'm super sorry to hear that. I'm going to make it a little bigger. Oh, like I said, I don't know why I'm trying to be so exact. Boy, after trying to cut through that chipboard, that was a breeze. Oh, I spoke too soon. Oh my goodness. Spoke too soon. But this is easy. And when you're using a rotary cutter or something, I like to have something that'll, kind of keep it away from my fingers. I don't need that for a problem of the day. Okay. All right, look at that. We got that part done. So now I am just gonna get these kind of trained. I'm a paper trainer. Look at the circus of paper. I'm gonna put a little bit of this on here. You know what? I just refilled my big tape gun. What did I do with it? This would be perfect to try it out. I haven't used it in so long. Haha! Did I get to the sticky part yet? I think so. Haha. Welcome home, baby. Oh my goodness. No, I might as well put a little bit more on here. It's not going to stick super well to the fabric. I'm still going to have to put Fabri-Tac on, but kind of help give it a little grab. Hopefully. Oh man, is that easier than peeling off that paper off of those double-sided tapes that have the liner tapes in them. Ta-da! Done! We might catch back up. We might catch back up, people. Okay, now let's trim these off. Give them a little miter cut. I don't go right to the edge. Look, looks like you're kind of at the edge, but I like to have a little bit, and then you can kind of pinch it up there, and because it's thick. That when you've got something that's thick, you want to be able to cover that a little bit. Okay. Alrighty. You guys, I might have to step away and get a piece of chip. You know what? No, I might have something else I can use in here. Okay. I know, Molly, mine has been empty forever. And every time I would look at how much the tape was, I'm like, ugh. And when I went to that retreat a couple weekends ago, the gal I rode down with and who was across the table from me, she had hers out, and she was using some different kind of tape. And I was asking her about it, and she goes, I just decided I didn't really care if it was gonna, be acid free and last forever. She goes, I just decided to do it. So then I found some, and I laughed, and I sent her a message, and I said, well, this one says it's acid free. So I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so all the rest of this is gonna be upside down on our thing. Now, what I think I'm going to do first, because I'm not sure how much I'll be, oh, that's not the right hole punch, hang on. this one I can go in deeper. Because I actually think, you know, because we never know what, oh, and now I've got to go right through that tape. Let me see how far up this is. Yes, I'm going to put it right up here. So I'm going to punch that first. I know you guys are like, what in the world is this woman doing? She's having fun with paper. That's what she's doing. And I'm here with all my journal pals. So there you have it. Okay, so now let's grab our fabric. Where did she go? There she is. And we are going to, see, I can put it either way. I can either have this place right kind of in the front, or turn it this way. Either way, it's going to line up to where it's going to be easy to get the doily across it, but I think I'd probably rather have it in the back. Now this way I can still cut off. You know what? I should go ahead and cut this right now. That sounds like a plan. So, needs to be about, if I cut that off over there, let's do this. Let's just use it and let's just use that for a guide and just make sure that the yellow part is cut off straight. I think that'll be the best plan of action. And I tell you, I just think this is such a wonderful thing. And so my donation, when I sell mine, it will go to the Alzheimer's Foundation. So let's see how big that is. We'll make it kind of equal around. So, oh, wait a second. Oh my goodness, these things that twist and turn and get you confused. Okay, that's the way I had it. So I'll put about, how much is that? I can't see it that direction, you guys. Your tape. What about my tape? I'm going to glue my tape onto here. Yes, it already stuck on there. Let's see here. This needs to be, actually, you know what? I'm going to glue this on since we've got this glue going on already. Let's glue this on. Wait a second. Okay, it's not going to matter on this thing. Well, I want this to be, I want that seam headed towards the back. Okay, so this is my front. So I need this to go on here. I did something else like this not long ago and I'm like, wait a second. So this needs to turn this way. Nope. Oh my gosh, you guys. If I put this down, well, you know what? Thank goodness it's got that little bit of tape on there. Because this is going to go like this. Well, these aren't even going to show. This, I have to worry about this on the inside, don't I? Guys, I need help. Okay, there's the back. That's where I wanted for the back. So it needs to go like this. This should go in here. I know it's crazy, these colors. See, no. Needs to go this way. And there we have it, folks. Oh my word. Good Lord. Gosh. I hope you all are laughing along with me. What a day. Hi, Linda. How are you? I hope that you just laugh along and, you know, just say, well, you know, in the end, she's going to get it together. Because I do. You know, I do. Look, oh my goodness. This is going to be great because I don't have to really worry that much with... I can do one panel at a time here, I think. And get this stuff squeezed out here. And I don't care if it's very, very smooth because the quilting in the quilt piece, it's not going to show through that. And it's certainly not going to show through the back of the chipboard, right? You know, I should probably do this section too. We can get all of it done before it's too dry. I think I'm going to have to need a new thing of Fabri-Tac after this. Thank goodness. I feel like we're going to get it on here though. That other glue I use, it will attach to fabric, but it's not as quick, you know. I mean, it dries quick, but something about Fabri-Tac just really makes it easier to get it on. Okay, I'm almost there. Let me run one up here. Oh, you guys, my hands. Whew. Oh, yes, Karen, right? Hopefully. Usually I do. I think I usually do, which is amazing. Okay. Now we will flip it over and get it down here. And then see, I'll still have room to make that little blanket stitch around. You know, looking at this now, I'm not real happy with this paper in here. It's got too much orange and red, but now if I had just run it up to the edge, it would be okay. But you know, we're gonna put other stuff on it eventually, right? So it's not gonna matter. Let's just get this nice and tight down here. This would be the time to have my brayer out. You guys, I think that we are actually going to end up with time for me to finish up and you see what in the world I've done. Okay, now I can just lay this down here and trim it off. How cool is that? Whoops. Oh, that's okay. For the colors, is that what you mean, Penny? Ta-da! Oh my goodness. Applause, please. Oh my. Okay, so now we just want to kind of take our bone folder and press down along there where between the pieces and kind of make the paper go down in there. Phew. Oh, I feel so much better now. I got that far. Oh, Karen, I can hardly wait to go over there and see. Fun. I know, time is ticking away, right? Can you believe people are doing, well, of course, you know, there's so many people that have done, like, Christmas in July, but, oh, it's just so hard to believe. You guys, where that glue got smeared out, it is so, I mean, I can tell that it affected the paper. I had a hard time getting it pressed down into the groove right there. Okay, now, let's see. I don't know. You know, I'm not used to using this. You know, the one thing I don't like about this is you can't hardly see. Now, I'm glad that I did it, like, up as far as it would go, because that's going to help me, you know, of course now. That fabric is going to keep it from going that far. But I'm going to try and punch the fabric hole now. Okay, we'll see. I hope it goes right through the same spot. It doesn't feel like it is. Oh, pretty close. Pretty close, you guys. I know. You're thinking, what is that woman doing? What is she doing? Okay. Now, actually, when I get ready to... Oh, man. That's tight. It's tight. There we go. Uh-oh. That doesn't feel good. I did it. I did it, you guys. Phew. Alrighty. So we got that going on. Alright. Let's make us some pages. I turned it over and I was going to say, I got a hole. You know what? This is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to trim. See, those didn't punch out just like a piece of paper. Now, and I may still be able to take a needle and thread and kind of do a cute little stitch around that too, maybe. I'm not sure, but I don't want it. Oh, that thing grabbed there and kind of made a boo-boo. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue around here because it will kind of be a reinforcement. You know, I still could stitch around that too. Put some muscle in it, right? Yeah, what you couldn't see on the back end was probably the tools that were holding the other end. You know, sometimes women have an extra tool back there jammed in between. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's let that. Okay, let's start picking out some papers. So, our papers should be. Okay, now this is the thing. You guys are going to just think I'm nuts. I'm going to do, 11 inches. Hey, that's a good size. Because we know, right? Like just a regular paper size, you guys. So I got some fun things to use. Let's cut this. How wide is this? You know, there is some phenomenon. I don't know what it is. Every time I pick up a ruler, it's the wrong side. I'm not sure what that phenomenon is. Okay, so this, I'm going to use it just this wide. And then just cut it at 8.5 inches. And whatever is left, I'll be able to use, I'll just use 2 parts of it. How about that? So 8.5. And it doesn't matter how many of these that I get cut and that we put together. So I can just put it just like that. And what else? Where's the rest of my papers? This, after all the hubbub to get, I'm telling you, seriously, they just left moments before I only had time to go to the back of the house, and I saw everybody had left the door open, so I got the door closed. And you know, I'm just like, you guys, can't you ever just close a door? Okay, this one will work just like it is. I'm not even gonna have to mess with those. This one is probably gonna have to be cut. Maybe. No! Oh my goodness, you guys. I figured I'd have to be changing some paper sizes here, but I'm not gonna have to. Except I do need, let me think if I got a piece of cardstock here somewhere handy or something, because I need another piece. It really needs to, I don't want to mess this up, you guys. You know what? Here's a little piece. No, I don't want to do that. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to find something to use. I found a piece of cardstock. Oh my gosh. Okay, you'll get the picture. I mean, just, oh my goodness. I tell you, of all the cardstock I have, can you believe I didn't have anything just sitting here? That's like unbelievable. You could use a file, you know, I could have used a million things and none of them are sitting here. Let's cut an inch off here, because that's how wide that other part is. So we have to have that an inch wide. Well, I want you to see, I'm using this for demonstration purposes, so you can see see it super well. Oh my goodness. I don't remember how high this part is. This part is, well, it wouldn't have to be exact. This is about 9 1/8. You could make this a little bit smaller if you wanted to, but I want it to go all the way across here. So 9 1/8. Gosh, I wish I could find some other, oh, I've got some other papers here. I'll use some of those, some plain paper, because I want to put plain paper in. And I forgot to grab, I usually like to use a little bit of something like mixed media papers, or, you know, something else to give a variety. And this paper, this was some that I got at Walmart. It's that Pin and Gear brand, and it was like 28-pound paper, and it's not super white. And I also decided I didn't really need that heavy. 24-pound, I don't mind using 24-pound to print, you know, on journals. I kind of like them. Okay, so all of these things are going to be kind of sideways. If you wanted to cut them differently, when we put this together, you can see how you could use a smaller sheet of something in here. I'm seeing if there's any other junk we could add. Well, let's see. Where's those pieces we cut off that matched? Let's say we wanted to put a piece like this and just have a tiny little piece. So let's cut this. One of those like 8.5 inches, right? 8.5 inches tall. So Carrie King Hall is going to be with us next. Over at Hanging with Mama Hall. Okay. So let's say we want to use this paper. So, okay, so let's just throw these together quick. So let's have a piece, a pretty piece on the front. It's not pretty, it's just plain, a plain piece of paper. Hey Lisa, how are you? Hey Susan. So we'll just put some things like this in here. We'll put this in here. Put it back here. We'll make it kind of towards the back. Now, we'll get that arranged in the spot we want it in a second. And let's just put a map. Another plain paper. Oh, I can't get them apart. And another, oh, I had a dictionary page. Let's see. Do we want the rough part at the top or bottom? What do you think? The torn at the top or bottom? I've got 2 pages. We could do one of both. Should we do that? One way and the other. What do you think? I'm just looking at where it is on my computer, the video, and it says there have been 10 comments. I'm like, 10? There's got to be more than 10. Bottom. I think I put that one on the bottom. Oh, look, this one has a nice clean margin. Some of them have so much stuff in the bottom. You can't hardly. Okay. You know what? Let's do this. And another paper. So let's stack them up. Now, this one, I need to find out where the middle is, because it has to be in the middle to catch into the way we're going to bind it. So, where'd my pencil go? I have the worst time keeping up with a pencil lately. But I do have a teeny tiny one, and it works, right? Hi, Linda. So 8.5, so we need like 4 1/4 would be right in the center. So if we center this little piece, or get it at least so the holes will be in the center, that'll be good. And you know what? I think I'm gonna clip it there so it doesn't get away. That sounds like a plan. Okay, I think the rest of these were okay. They were all about the same size. Oh, here, let's do this. Okay. Another clip, please. You know, after one day, I said I never see these little clips at Dollar Tree anymore. The next time I was there, they had like a whole brand new bunch of them. They had tons. I'm like, well, I should say stuff like that more often, right? Okay, so now we're going to, oh, you know what? I really need to find the center of this. Well, yes, I do. Oh, you know what we could do? Let's do this. This makes sense to do. Let's poke our holes because we know where they lived all the way up. Oh no. No, that's not true. Oh man, I wish I would have put this on here and marked. Oh no, I made this the same height. A little. It's a little bit short. So it's a good thing I looked. Where's the pencil? Oh my goodness. There it is. Okay, let's, well, you know what? It doesn't hardly matter because I can't really see these marks when I put it up there. I mean, it's gonna be close, but I can't really see them. And you know what? I'm not gonna do that. Let's lay this thing down. I don't know if I can poke through all of these at once. I'm afraid not. So this is 11, so it needs to go in at 5.5. So I'm going to do like just on the inside of 5 and 6. I know you all are thinking, I would never. Now this is too tall. You know, I guess it only really needed to be the size of my pages, right? Because then it's going to leave this little weird lip. Okay, well that remains to be seen. We're not sure what we're going to do about that. So we're just going to kind of even that up. Because that won't matter because our inside liner is taller than the pages, right? Am I thinking about that right? Okay, another clip. Okay. Oh, I'm like scooting my chair up and down a million times. I'm so afraid I'm going to move that thing. Oh, here. I got it, I think. I think I've got it. Here. Maybe I can do it like this. Okay, moment of truth. I'm glad I made these pencil marks because once I get it in there I can kind of still wiggle it just in there. Okay. All right, you guys. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take a piece of ribbon. You could take cord, you could take twine, you can take whatever you want to use. And I don't really know how much I need. Well, I need enough to go here and to bring it around and to tie it. Now, we're going to put this in here. Check the direction of my paper. That is an excellent thought, Jimmy Lou. Thank you very much. Excellent. Oh, look at you. Saving me from myself. I love it. I love friends who try and save me from whatever kooky thing might happen. Okay, now we're going to run this through here. Run it through here. Pull this up. Pull this around here. You know, and if you've got something that is kind of fraying, if you take a little bit of glue and just kind of roll it around the edge and let it dry, or the end, and let it dry a little bit, it kind of makes it kind of that end of a shoestring effect, and it works really great. Now, I don't know, I might, you know, I might change out this ribbon or whatever. It was just what I had to grab super quick, and I knew it would work. Okay, so now we got these in here. Now I need to cut this in a piece of chipboard, and I do think this would be better to only come up to right here, don't you guys? What do you think? Trim it to the pages? I think so. So now what happens now is we're just going to take this and we're just going to tie it. We're going to tie it tight and tie it in a knot. Now, because you've got, you know, chipboard on one side, and I'm going to have chipboard here, it's actually going to kind of, you know, support the papers and things to where they're not going to get as much wear and tear as if they are just, you know, if I had just done this, you know, right through pages without having this top layer. So the intent is, if you wanted to add more pages, you could. All you'd have to do is untie the knot. And I mean, it would take a little bit, but you could, right? So now we just have to do this. Oh, you know what else I should have done? I should have scored these pages. That's where they should bend, is along this little spine thing, right? That's where they need to bend. So I can just go through here and bend all of these up here, right along here, and give them a good crease so that it'll close nice. Right. Yes, it's easy to do. Get them upside down, right? It really is. Well, when it's, you know, every which way, it sure is. So anyway, you guys, thanks for hanging with me. What do you think? Crazy, not crazy? Think you would ever try it? I mean, think about it. You would not have as much trouble as me today, because that's just the way it was today. But I should have creased all of these first, and I may take them out so that they will, you know, and give them a better score along here. So they would just be scored at, what did I say, like at 5 and 6 to be half, to score, or to make room for the spine. I think so. I think that would be it. So Lisa says she's game. She's gonna try it. But yeah, I mean, you know, just something kind of different. And you guys, this came from something else I've been doing, and I just thought it was the goofiest thing. I'm like, that's the silliest thing I ever saw. And then when I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? You could really do that. And then if you wanted to change anything, Or, I mean, if you wanted to add things, and you know me, that's why I'm always making like those slip spine journals, because I enjoy having the option to, you know, swap them out or do something like that. I know, Liz. Who knows? It could be a new thing. It could be a new thing. For some reason, this side. Oh, I got this. Oh, somehow I really miscalculated on this piece. How did that happen? That's weird. I don't know why that would be. That needs to just be really trimmed off, because that doesn't need to be there. But I wanted to show you, like, if you had a shorter piece that you wanted to include of something, you know, not as wide, that you could still do that too. You know, it's just all about that. You guys, my time is up. Let's go see Carrie over at Hanging with Mama Hull. So there we go. There's what it looks like on the outside. You can adjust it and make it pretty. You know, you could still add some little dangles or charms or something. And a prettier piece of ribbon needs to be on here by far. And then we can, oh my goodness. You know what? I need to change this anyway, because I wanted this to go in the back. So I got my covers the wrong way, not my pages. We'll see. I'll get a chance to fix that, right? Okay, you guys, let's go on over and see what's going on. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I still appreciate it. Bye-bye.